it. How did
From the line, good reaction time for George Russell.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. And that's why the guys in the hub decided to look like Christmas. That's why you see us this way.
Sorry, I'm the only one who looks like Christmas.
Wait now.
I'm the only one who looks like Christmas.
So we know the
Correct
Christmas
yourself.
colors are green and red.
Correct.
You have a touch of red. Femi has a touch of green.
No, it's predominantly red.
What is predominantly red about
The green in the color scheme of Christmas is for the Grinch. It's for the Grinch.
So you are the Santa.
Christmas is red. The color of Christmas is red.
You are the Santa.
I'm the only one who complied.
Wow.
So Rosie fell off.
Don't even fell off viewers off.
I didn't fall off.
Mark.
I didn't fall off. I'm just glad I'm celebrating Christmas. I don't know about this too, but I'm particularly excited. I mean, it's just a few days to Christmas, and that's why we're pretty excited to be here. Another episode of Sports Hub on NigezieXtreme, and you've met the Santa, you've met the Grinch. Let them introduce themselves.
It's like every week you guys look for a way to find a way to push me to the ground.
I didn't call you the Grinch this morning.
But you just said it now.
Because somebody
started. Why must you do the same thing? Why didn't you say that? No, this is one of those people that work with Santa Claus.
You are the Grinch.
Oh, you're the elf?
For the purpose of this,
Santa is defending himself.
You know, but I've got the color to go with it. I've got the beard to match. You know,
not just
I'm
white.
compliant. Hello,
Hello.
I'm Black Santa.
What do you?
But guys, it's good to be back here. It's good to be back here talking sports, hanging with these guys. You know, the spirit of the season is love.
Yeah.
And no matter how difficult things are in the country right now, my message to everybody watching us this morning is share love. It doesn't cost a lot to show love and share love. So let that be at the back of your mind as you are dating your December, you are partying, going for all the carol services. Just spread love. You know, let love reign this period. And that's all I'm going to say.
You know, for me, what I don't even understand about this whole season is the traffic. Is it by force?
Are you JJC in Lagos?
No.
You just go to Lagos.
Traffic has just moved. Last night, I was trying to get to the island.
Yeah.
And I looked at the map. I was on the mainland. From where I was to the island, it was going to take me almost an hour.
Lucky
And
you.
the mainland was showing blue. Once you get to Amadu Bellowe.
Exactly.
Red. And I said, Kinode.
That's why I'm asking if you just go to Lagos.
It's December in Lagos. That's how we roll.
But Nana Foki just said no money. We know economic is difficult.
I didn't say there's no money.
Okay, sorry. He said economy is challenging.
I didn't say that.
What do you say?
I said no matter how hard things might be,
Things are hard, but you're not the outside.
it doesn't mean there's no money. It doesn't mean there's no money. But that doesn't mean there's no money.
Petrol is expensive.
It does.
Says who?
They've removed 10 naira.
Says who? Petrol is expensive. Says who?
But they've removed 10 naira.
Listen, I guess I'm talking to.
Exactly. You're talking to Santa Claus. Santa Claus, they don't see anything like hardship.
No, but really, guys, at the end of the day, all we're trying to say is, let's have fun, let's enjoy ourselves,
spread the love.
There's a lot to be thankful for.
Oh yeah,
you know, but let's share love. Let's just show love. Let's be merry.
Yeah,
and Merry Christmas, everybody.
Interesting. Merry Christmas, everyone. From Rotimi Akindele, from Joseph Faulkner, from Femi
Far Away.
I was going to say the Grinch again, but I won't go there. Anyway, like we always start on the show, we need to go check our scorecards from last weekend.
Remember, guys, we said after week 10, we will show the table. And I'm feeling very good.
You know, this is Ojoro.
Calm down. Let's even start there. There's no Ojoro anywhere.
We'll start after the new year. Because old things have passed away.
What scripture is that?
Old things.
What scripture is that?
Before it's passing.
Femi, it's not our fault that you were
here making mouth last weekend.
Oh my God, I didn't get.
You got
you said you were going to get everything.
You got one.
Again, I got with my Man City owner until Pep lost this plot. 80-something minutes, I was in on point now.
Interested. Let's do a quick review, guys.
So quick one. Let's start
Ikorodu City, right?
Ikorodu City
I was spot on.
Yeah, you were spot on. That was the only one you got right last week. But kudos to Remo Stars.
Yeah.
Ikorodu had to fight back from a goal down, and then what's his name got sent off in the game. You know, and that. But Ikorodu, to be fair to them, they also created chances. They were good on the ball as usual. You know what we've seen them play in the last few weeks. But then they found that Remo Stars is a very organized side. Even after Remo went down, you know, to 10 men, they were still very organized. They used the ball so well. You know, they defended well, and they were still attacking. Even when they were down by man, they were still attacking and could have scored in that period. But kudos to Ikorodu City, the way they made sure it wasn't just more than that one goal. They continued to ask the question, continued to knock, and eventually, they got the equalizer.
My problem with Ikorodu City over and over again is the fact that the goals they concede, and they like conceding first, especially when they're home. I don't get it. Against what's the name? Shooting Stars, they conceded
first, yeah.
In this game, and the goal was it was a cheap goal to give. The attacker practically had no one on him in their own box. He had a few seconds to position himself, style, and then bend ball. Yet, why do you want to always react? Because at some point, it will not work for you. Yeah. We mentioned the Bayelsa United game the last time. It will not work for you sometimes. You will not have that energy to come back. Yeah. Obviously, scenes after the end of that game was horrible, but I must also commend the referee. Patient Madu. Great game.
Yeah. And handled that situation, that particular situation.
Yes. Very well.
And what's his name needs to be sanctioned. I'll be surprised if the Remo Stars player. Yeah, I heard that the Ikorodu City fans, because I've not seen the part of the crowd problem. Some fans, you know, had issues, but then the player on the field that kept, you know,
inciting maybe.
Was talking to the referee in a very, very condescending way. Yeah, was angry about the card and all of that. You know, so that in itself needs to be looked into.
The way they slapped that coach, even when I was watching the thing, I felt it. As that coach calling a hot slap.
And those are the things we don't want to see.
We don't want to see, especially in December. Hey, spread the love. Why are you slapping the coach? But hey, I'm sure some of you saw the game on TV. Let us hear your comments as well as regards the MPFL matchup. Ikorodu City Remo Stars 1-1. What was your prediction?
I said Ikorodu will win, but
what was your prediction?
Ikorodu will win.
It didn't happen. I said it was going to end in a draw.
You don't do. That's the only one you scored. Oh yeah,
let's move on to the next one. Calm down now.
What they dwell on top this match too much.
Our second big game last weekend. Which was the Manchester Derby.
Oh wow.
And we all keep it moving.
Because we failed again.
You know, it's very interesting, and we're going to talk about Pep later on in the show. Yeah. You know, but City's problems. You know, I don't know what's going on, but every time I watch them play, I think they are suffering a hangover from too much success.
Agreed.
But Amorim, you've got to praise him for the substitutions.
In fact, they started the way he was able to tweak the squad. There were issues. Like we heard about around Garnacho and Rashford. And he was courageous enough to drop these two guys. That was big for Amorim.
You know, when a manager, and as we talk about managers, if you have someone who believes in you, especially those players who are on the fringe, the likes of Maguire, the likes of what's his name, Ahmad, who did not get enough looking during the previous administration. When somebody comes in and says, look, I believe in you. I know you have the ability. I'm going to give you the opportunity to prove it to me. Because I thought Rashford has always been start, stop. Even this season, start, stop. On Amorim. And I understand.
Yeah.
But the Garnacho story has lingered for too long. We keep making excuses. Oh, he's 19. Oh, he's 20. He's still a teenager. It's not. Pele won the World Cup at 17. Mbappe won the World Cup at 19.
No social media.
I'm saying that, but Mbappe, there was social media during Mbappe's time. You need to say, football, as a young footballer, football is the most important thing. Whatever happens, you will give your younger brother who is 15 to leak information of Man United's lineup. That's why the allegations coming out. My point is, you don't need those things. Garnacho already has a bright future, has a great trajectory, but sometimes I think he spends so much time thinking about Ronaldo. I'm the new Ronaldo. Because how can you miss out on a big game like that? Knowing that next week, you went to win the Puskás Award. That Puskás Award is because of the hard work you put last year. You know, but at the end of the day, I felt it was a good result for Manchester United, eventually, right? Getting the 2-1 win. So, good one, great one.
Yeah, good one for Amorim. So I've told a lot of people, and I've told everybody who cared to listen, that Amorim is up to something. He's going to probably get rid of a few players.
Oh, a lot of
He's going to bring in some players.
Expected.
And I will say this again. I've said it before, and I will say it again here. Amorim wants to play possession football. He wants to flood the midfield with bodies, but people who are very mobile can interchange in spaces, create triangles that you can run, push the ball around your opponent, and then players that can run for more than 90 minutes because of the wing backs he likes to use. You know, and right now, the players at United, a lot of the players can't handle that.
Remember that Casemiro started on the bench in that game?
I'm not sure he even came on.
Because how a player the legs are gone. But he still have the IQ. But
it needs people. You have the IQ, but you can still move.
Yeah.
I saw a video of the second goal where he was actually telling Martinez, Ahmad is free, send the ball. And I saw the video and I'm like, okay. So that was what created that. I mean, Martinez was at some point, who should I give? Because like, Ahmad.
It needs everybody to keep moving.
Yeah.
And that's why Ahmad found himself in a great space, and he took that goal very well, brilliantly.
It was a smart goal.
Let me tell you one interesting thing from that game. They both had 10. They created they had 10 shots each, both of them. But Manchester City had about 61% of the possession. So they were still doing the normal Man City pass, you know, but not.
They were not effective.
You know, not effective enough in front of goal. But then Manchester City, on their part, they had only 3 shots or 3 touches in Manchester United's box, but Manchester United had 7 touches in Manchester City's box.
Interesting. Well, congrats to United. Let's hope
good result for them.
Go to the last bit.
Good result.
Pick it up from there. Lazio.
I told you to me that I'm cooking. I'm up to something. And when that game started, I connected mentally to that game, and I said,
"Your crystal ball show."
Yes.
This leather ball.
I won't say anything. I put it in my head and I said, "Show me."
Well, you know, I said something when we're previewing that game. I said this Inter is nothing near what Lazio has seen. It's totally different from that Napoli game they played. You would have thought that Lazio offended them before.
They beat them.
The way they were creating the chances and they were taking their chances, it became like a training ground. A lot of the moves became like training ground routine.
It was a good beat.
But kudos to Inter Milan, the way they took the game from the beginning.
And they were even playing away from them.
Kudos to
me.
For what?
For my prediction.
He also got the prediction.
Watch out for this week. You know that when I'm going into Christmas mood and the New Year, that's when I'm like, listen, I peak. I hit the crescendo. I'm hitting my notes. The crescendo.
No problem, Femi. Before we hit this crescendo, we need to go on a quick break. When we come back, Sports Hub will return on NigezieXtreme. Stick around.
I want to say a few words in my language. Ekale, Nigeria, Monkey Boboyi, Eshe, Modupe. Firstly, I want to thank Almighty God for everything that He's been doing in my life and everything He's been blessing me with. I want to thank the president. I want to thank all my teammates, club and country. I want to thank them for their support and the love that they give me. This award today is a blessing to me, to my family, to my nation, and to be recognized as the best player in Africa. It's something incredible, and I'm extremely proud of. Just over 4 years ago, I failed in front of the world, and fast forward 4 years, I'm the best player in Africa. I want to say to all the young children and people watching this, don't let your failures weigh you down, that they break your wings. But in fact, turn your pain into your power and continue to fly. God bless.
And that was Ademola Lookman at that moment when he made us proud as Nigerians. And, well, he's the pride of Africa right now, the best African footballer on the planet at the moment. Guys, I felt like a proud father. You need to have seen me. I was on a show. I was on a radio show when I was on a radio show when that was announced. Yeah. And I didn't know how I screamed, out in joy. And it's not just so somebody said other Nigerians have won it. Why am I so excited? Now you need to look at the story of Ademola Lookman. It's a story of resilience, it's a story of tenacity, it's a story that no matter how long it takes, it will happen for you if you just keep going. You have to continue. Things. Yeah, you've got to keep doing the right things. Do the right things.
Because, we always speak about mental health a lot. This generation, no insult intended to Gen Zs, right? Every challenge they face, they go into depression, right? But what he's done is, despite his age, he's got a very good family support. His father was there, mother was there. You could hear from what the father was saying, that this guy has gone through a lot. But what we kept telling him was, look, do the right things. Go early for training. Keep improving your game. Keep playing. Go to where you're loved. And Atalanta fits all those things for him. And I thought it was well deserved because, yes, there were conspiracy theories, obviously, that you're taking it to Morocco. We know what CAF is doing. But I love the fact that even when Lookman came out, despite all the people that were leaving, Lookman still spoke like a true Nigerian from his heart. Now, again, conspiracy theories are too many. Afterwards, wrote to me, they started complaining. Osimhen did not congratulate him. I said, wait till what's in consigning now?
What kind of congratulation message were you looking for?
I didn't know Osimhen who answered them. I said that he sent a message to him.
No. I was disappointed that Osimhen answered. It's not everything people put out in social media. You know why? Yeah. They are friends. Yeah, exactly. They play together on the team. Do you know Osimhen was calling him Ballon d'Or winner the last time they came to Nigeria? The last whatever. Yeah. Osimhen was calling him Ballon d'Or winner. All of the boys in the camp were teasing him like Ballon d'Or winner and everything. All of them acknowledge the fact that Ademola Lookman has had a fantastic year, a very, very good year. So they don't need to come to social media. They can send him messages. Yes. And I'm sure everybody on that team, everybody sent him a message, And because I noticed something that is a new trend that is happening with the national team, even if it's not across board totally yet, but those boys, those UK boys, you in quote, those boys who were born in the UK and raised in the UK, there's a bond amongst them, regardless of where they are playing. But then if you look at the team as a whole, generally as well, you can see that it's spreading across the entire team, the entire team to other players. So Ademola Osimhen had no business answering. Anybody can say whatever, and that's why I like Boniface. Boniface, you give me nonsense, I return it to you. But beyond all of that, that's their personal business, all these nonsense people on social media. I love how, look at him moving from Everton. Let's talk about his senior career. Yeah. Everton, moved out on loan, came back, went back to Germany, came back, came to England, went back, went to Leicester twice, and he was trying, but he kept on going. Finally got to Atalanta. The first few months weren't very easy for him. Exactly. But you know what? He kept going. And then last season, he blew up. He blew up in a very beautiful way. So congrats to him. Is everything. He embodies everything a lot of young Nigerians who are. And I say this, I'm very careful to say this. There are so many people who are not happy about a lot of things, right? And a lot of us are not happy about so many things. But we love Nigeria. Yeah. We love Nigeria. And that should be, in whatever we do, that should be something that underlines everything we do. Nigeria must work. We must go outside the country and push a good narrative about the country. We must go outside and represent the country in a very positive way. And what Ademola Lookman has done is use his football to represent Nigeria in a very good way. He got the award, and the first thing he did, and it's not about his tribe, but that's his mother, that's his native, whatever.
True.
Yeah, well, that's his parents' native. He's an English boy, But he came and he spoke Yoruba. What he did was and it's not about his tribe. What he did at that point was to represent Nigeria.
Because if he could have spoken any
other language, he would have. So what he did was represent Nigeria. I'm going to speak like a Nigerian. And that was what he did. And what every young person in arts, in entertainment, in tech, in the banking industry, in
politics anyway.
We should represent Nigeria properly and not, bring the country down because we're not happy about a lot of things.
And that's why we go the extreme on Nigezie to ensure that Nigeria is painted in a good light.
I see what you did there.
That's what we like every time.
Femi didn't get it.
He probably didn't get it. He was so booted.
Femi didn't get it.
Anyway, still, don't worry.
I've
I've done the lines already. Still on the CAF Awards, Chiamaka Nnadozie was also
congratulations
voted.
To her.
That's the best for the second year running, though.
But do you know that's the best goalkeeper in Africa?
But you know what
men and women. I'm not talking about women alone. Men and women. That's the best goalkeeper in Africa.
You know what the terrible thing?
I agree.
You know what the terrible thing that ended up that award that just killed.
Sorry,
me?
we're talking about Nnadozie. Don't take it anywhere else.
No, it's Nnadozie.
Don't take
it's
it
how
anywhere else.
you now removed her from the team of the year. How did she not make the team of the year? How?
So we had before we started the show, I had the conversation with Falkland, and I'm like, how did what was the goalkeeper again?
It was
Rowan Williams. Even Rowan Williams didn't make the team of the year. It was Onana that made the team of the year.
Nnadozie is better than Williams and Onana.
How?
No, he's talking about the CAF 11. But we're not talking about the CAF 11.
How?
See, the CAF 11, in Chiamaka's case, you can make a case. What we discussed before the show started when we were saying, what's his name, the captain, the best player at the AFCON did not make Africa 11. What was his season like? It's not about the AFCON alone. So at the AFCON, he was outstanding. Let him remain there.
No
but
problem.
beyond the AFCONs, but Nnadozie's own year, you can make a case that she's had a fantastic season. She's the best goalkeeper on the continent. Why is she not on the... But for me, what I keep saying, Nnadozie is the best goalkeeper in Africa, men and women.
No problem.
She's the best. Mention a better goalkeeper than her.
Onana.
Onahu.
Onana.
Even Nwabali is not as good as Nnadozie.
Wow.
If Nnadozie keeps for the male,
I like this your Christmas mood. Yeah, Christmas mood.
Look at Nnadozie and what she
The reason
does.
why I say, look, we say that men's football is at a certain level, and credit to Nwabali for what he's done this year. But guy, do you know how many Super Falcons have been cut open? And now
And
this
that
one I
will
stand
save us.
No, calm down. No.
Save
Even in our club.
penalty.
Even in
John.
our club. Do you know that the team she faces in that club in France?
In France.
Omo, she say them.
Interested. And even she also won another award with the Super Falcons. They were voted the team of the year. Women, the national team of the year. Women.
That's understandable.
I mean, they were the only African team to have gone to attend the Olympics. If you ask me, though,
they've had a good season now.
I also thought
The Super Falcons, they've had a good
I
year.
thought Zambia too had a good year.
Zambia had and that's why probably Barbara Banda won the women's.
No, Banda is
Banda is in the world of our own.
Banda
But
is
you know the
baller.
twist about that? This was a player a few years ago, CAF banned from playing the women's AFCON.
Well, that's
Again,
another con.
I don't know why you're
These
being
are
like
conversations
I'm
you don't
just-
want to start.
Let's
just
focus
saying.
on the positive routine.
I think we're done with the CAF
done.
Awards. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to everyone who made the CAF FIFA Pro 11. Of course, the biggest one had to go to Nnadozie and Ademola Lookman. Let's leave the CAF Awards now and still staying on Africa. The big one is this weekend. Yes, it's Nigeria and Ghana.
Again.
Part one. Again. They stopped us last year from the last edition of Chan. Now we're trying to avenge.
Too many things.
Don't worry. Let's talk. We're talking Chan. We're talking Chan.
Because we need to raise
We're
all the
talking
things
Chan.
they've done to us that's hurting us. So we beat them properly this time.
You started again.
Don't
When you
do
make
it.
one,
Femi,
it's always bad.
That chop it.
It's a bad omen.
We'll put them down like this on the floor. This is Ghana here. This one is Ghana. And then we'll move back. Oh, you don't let me not kick the ball offset. But this ball, what Ghana is.
See, let's
If
talk.
this ball no enter,
Let's do serious analysis.
But guys, Nigeria, Ghana. The Nigerian national team has been in camp for about 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
and two of the finest coaches in the NPFL handling them. I like the fact that Iguavon decided to remove himself because he was supposed to be the one in charge. But I think he had seen enough of
what these guys can bring.
Jabol and Fidelis Lechuku. He has seen enough of them to know that, okay, you know what? If these guys are good enough to be assistants in the national team, they can do this job. They know these players better than I do because they coach in the league. They've played against a lot of these players, or some of these players even play for them. You know, let's see what they can do. They've played some Abele friendlies. You know, those friendlies we call Abele friendlies, and they chanced several teams here and there. But one of the good things I like about the team is what they are made up of.
Yeah.
What they are made up of. So far, we've not heard issues of ego.
No.
Yeah.
So far, we've not had issues of any kind of discord in the team. So it looks like everybody's on the same page. Operation Ghana must go. Ghana, their football is in all kinds of problems at the moment.
That's why they need this chance.
That's why they need chance. Yeah, they need chance.
That's the problem.
What's the problem?
Because whenever Ghana are in problems like this, there's always an ace hiding somewhere in their pocket that they can pull out. Because I remember,
how strong is the Ghanaian league right now? Is it better than the Nigerian league?
I don't think it's better than the Nigerian Premier League.
I think we're in the same boat.
That's the problem I have with Ghana. When Ghana are in problems, they always pull something out.
They didn't pull anything out during the AFCON qualifiers. They were in problems. The problem swallowed them.
No.
But the problem has gotten to this point where
when they play Nigeria,
remember the last World Cup qualifiers, they were in problems.
This problem, it's not like this problem. This problem is swallowing them.
Because I like the fact that we've got good players.
They will chop it.
Beyond the fact,
You're throwing every part now.
I like the fact that we have.
I know this chop it put me and Femi in trouble once, but this time they will chop it.
So wait, what is the how will I put it down? The result, the best result that we can get in Ghana.
We will beat them
in Ghana. We can get a draw. In Ghana,
I'll be shocked if we don't win the game in Ghana.
In Ghana, a draw.
So, and that's how much confidence. That's how much confidence I have in the coaches and the team, the squad we have taken. Listen, that squad have players in them. They have there are some players that I feel should have made the squad. But overall, if Elechuko and Ogumodede, if they pick our best 11 from that squad, they will beat any 11 from that Ghanaian league. I've seen some videos.
The ambience, about the tough, about this.
They will beat them.
The reason why I say it doesn't matter is the turf they currently play, and they played in all sort of pitches in Nigeria, right? So, and like Fokia said, you've got like Rabi Ali, who's not only been at this level, he's been at the highest level of football.
Definitely.
You've got Sadiq Ismail, who's also played with the national team this year, right? You've got Sikiru Alimi. You've got Migo, who's scoring a lot of goals. We have individual players. And I think amongst the players, they need to tell themselves that, look, not
we
only
need to
are
get
we,
this, at least for ourselves.
The only thing that can work against us is if the coaches get the selection wrong.
Simple.
That's the only thing that can work against. If they get the selection right.
Simple.
So me, and the reason I'm championing this and I'm making so much noise about this is because for every one of you who have thought that the local league, the Premier MPFL, is not exciting, players are not good, I need you to just pay attention to this current champ team.
If you can, watch the games.
Okay, I know the games will be on TV, especially from our Ghanaian TV friends and all that. So
Our Ghanaian brothers.
Exactly. The game will definitely be on TV. Hopefully we get a positive result, just like Faulkner has said. He feels they will chop it. Femi is careful for the first time in a long while to use the word chop it.
They will chop it.
At least in Ghana. But hopefully we get a good result from the first leg. The return leg will be next weekend. And of course, it's been confirmed that it will be played in Uyo.
Of course, where else? Your people will. I was hoping they will play it in Lagos.
Or Ikene.
No, not Ikene. Play it in Lagos. Let's bombard the stadium and scare them. They will not. They've not seen that kind of crowd before. We fill the place up and scare. When they hear the noise, they will not be able to. The Ghanaian team will not be able to sprint two passes together.
And NFF can't change Uyo again because Uyo will make it look like we are playing away from home.
Exactly. It will swallow us.
I hope people turn out.
And the human
so I know there's a lot of festive activities going on in that part. So maybe that frenzy might just drive into the stadium as well.
I hope they won't be interested in carnival more than football. I hope so.
Okay. Well, champ qualifiers for you. Like I said, we're looking for a positive result. Hope there are no Enyimba players in the championship. Because they won't do anything.
No, they are.
We don't need them. They won't do anything.
They will do something.
Have they done anything on the continent? No. So we won't need them.
What's they calm down?
I'm not coming down.
We need to go on a break.
There's a name
Let's go on a break.
See, he doesn't want to talk about it.
Going on a break.
Let's go. We're going on a break. Go tire you.
Okay. Into the break. See you on the other side. Stick around.
Welcome back. It's still Sport Hub on NigezieXtreme. And yeah, if you've enjoyed the conversation so far, we're about to get into an aspect of the conversation that so many of you enjoyed last weekend. And guys, this is what we do every week. We try to make your Saturday as interesting and exciting and informative as possible and intelligent as possible. Yeah, because we have intelligent conversations, but we need to also get in on the conversation. Let us know what you think about some of the things you've listened to us talk about, right? Now, the review of Nigeria's year in sports. We talked about the All Africa Games last week, and we will agree to some extent it was a good outing. But can we say the same for the Olympics? And three of us are here. We have some information. But there's one person amongst us who is closer to them than we are, and that's Femi Faraway. That's Femi Faraway. Yeah,
you all think it's far away, but it's never far away.
It's never far away. It was close to this whole. It was close to this whole.
I wasn't there.
Just tell us. Yeah, review Olympics.
Look,
with your people.
I'm reporting what I know.
Okay.
As a journalist, like the three of us.
A journalist with privileged information.
There's no privileged information. I have none of that. People that have privileged information is Rutin and Joseph Faulkner.
Wow.
Me, I'm just on the outside.
Okay.
All I can tell you from the outside is we had a leave any English, leave all the controversy that happened. We're talking about the performance itself of Team Nigeria athletes. We had a bad Olympics. Now, a lot of people will say, "Oh, some of our events we finished fourth, sixth, just outside of the medals." But I think that told a lie of our performance generally. And before this, we had not prepared properly. Now, remember, the ministry had come to the athletes in Germany to acclimatize, train a bit, and then
isn't that some level of preparation?
It is not.
Yeah, but
it is late. Not, because you're not supposed to camp a few weeks to the event. You're supposed to be camping a year, 2 years before the event.
Sorry that I'm budging in. How do you camp for a year, 2 years when these athletes have their clubs? And when I say athletes, I'm talking about across board, track, field, table tennis, boxing, all of them, powerlifting. All of them have clubs or organizations they compete for.
You can draw a program.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Let's pick them one sport at a time. You stayed in the UK for a bit, right? Mo Farah doesn't train.
Have I? No,
you haven't.
I've always been in Nigezie.
That's fine. In Nigezie, where you're training, where you're staying. Mo Farah.
That is very close to Arsenal.
Yes, and Milton Keys. Mo Farah doesn't train in the UK. Mo Farah instead goes to Kenya to train. So my point is, Mo Farah is a professional athlete. He goes for all the international meets, but still has time to stay in Kenya to prepare for the Olympics.
No, I don't think it's about. So now, and that is where someone like Mo Farah or a lot of the long distance runners or a lot of these athletes, this is where they differ from everybody, or their mindset is different from what we do.
Yes.
They are not preparing for the Olympics.
Yes.
They are preparing to be in top shape at all times.
Yes.
So Mo Farah is in Kenya because of the weather. The high altitude suits his discipline, its event. So that if it's the London Marathon he's running, he wants to win. If it's any other marathon around the world, if it's a diamond, anything he wants to do.
You are asking me international best practice. I'm giving you that. These are the people that we're going to go and run against.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, so
if I'm going to run against this person has been preparing for years.
So I honestly think, guys, that when you mentioned camping for months or years, it's all in phases. It doesn't have to be all through.
That's once.
A few days ago, the UK Sports has budgeted about 330 million pounds for LA 2028. That's a serious country. We don't even know.
Budgeted it. Has it been disbursed in Nigerian terms?
But we know. But has it been approved? You know what they also did? Yeah. They also knew that they also concentrated on their strengths.
Yeah.
And they limited the budget going to track and field. because they know they're really not strong in track.
Right now, not.
So, but across every other sport in the Olympics and Paralympics, they budgeted this huge sum. You don't want to convert that money to naira.
Why?
You don't want to try it because it's a whole lot of money.
It's
330 million pounds. Convert to naira. We can't put that in our sports. But if we're going to the Olympics in early 2028, for instance,
what makes you think we can't put that?
We cannot put that in our
We
cannot. We don't even have that conversation.
Now, you need to understand how sport is funded by the British government. It's not just taxpayers' money.
No, I know. That's why I say we can't do that.
We can. Because it's not just tax. You're not asking.
We can't even approve.
You're not asking the government to bring 330 million.
Exactly.
What you are asking is National Sports Lottery.
That's why I say UK sports. I didn't say UK government.
So National Sports Lottery. What exactly is it? What are they doing with it?
We don't even have. Now the problem is we don't even.
No, we have a National Sports Lottery.
If you were the head of National Sports Lottery, for instance, and I'm working with the ministry, Femi and I are part of ministry, you need to see what we have on ground for you to even want to say, okay, let my National Sports Lottery come and put something in this sport.
But National Sports Lottery is a lottery for the sports. For national sports.
You're going to go the green route. You're trying to go the green route.
You want trouble today.
No, I knew this Olympics day will come to Allah. I'm saying that.
You see why he went to stand up.
You can't stand up.
You're a key stakeholder.
We need faces. We have early 2028 to prepare for. We already know that by now we start preparations.
What are you?
But you were mentioning the camp in Germany.
What are you camping? What exactly are you camping?
What I think, Rotimi, is...
Sorry, Femi. I'm asking Femi.
What am I camping?
Rotimi, what are you camping?
We just talked about different
sports. Is it Femi Philly you want to camp?
I heard that differently.
Yeah, you always hear differently. Yeah, I agree.
We know you. I'm not camping anyone.
You want to camp Toby Amuso?
That's not what we are saying, Faulkner.
So how do you camp them?
I'm saying that for every sport. Maybe when we have the sports federations, because I'm hearing they're trying to name them as what now? Private guys, so that they can go fund their whatever with the new NSC policy and all.
Because some of them are about like handball.
Well,
Oche has been doing a lot of the.
I'm saying that if even handball, thank God you mentioned Oche. If a handball team or the handball team are preparing to go to the Olympics, with the support of the NSC and the National Sports Lottery, like you said, and the handball, preparations to start now.
What are they doing?
We're not saying that.
What are they doing? What are they doing?
Of course, they have a series of programs.
Yes. What is the program that they have?
International exposure. Yes. You want to have maybe younger players.
What's the best?
High performance centers. What we don't even have.
Okay, now we're going. You are gradually coming to my.
That's why I said before you come and put your money as a National Sports Lottery person.
National Sports Lottery should fund projects, build facilities. We're not saying the same thing, Rotimi.
Which
build facilities
for who?
For Nigeria.
Who?
That's why
they just go and start building.
Sorry, it's National Sports Lottery for Nigeria or for Ghana.
If they build it, who are they going to hand over to?
They hand over to the different federations.
That's what I'm saying now. Do you have a program?
It is not. Forget program. You are getting it wrong. It's not about program.
It's about
first of all, if you want to bring the handball team together, where are you putting them now? Tell me one facility that is good enough for them.
Road park Yaba.
What are you put up? What are you?
You asked us the question. Road park Yaba, Lagos.
Guys,
we have Ekpe, Lagos.
You didn't say.
Did you just say that?
Tell us a high performance center. You said where would we?
The only high performance center we used to have is in Port Harcourt. I don't know if it's still functioning.
See, guys,
build more.
A lot of all the 2012.
You say you don't want to talk about the Olympics.
2012 Olympics, the UK. London 2012, the UK, the English government, what it did.
How do you know this?
He stays in Nigezie.
I'm a journalist.
Oh, wow.
What it did, because they wanted to be as dominant as possible in the law of sports, the first thing they did was, at least the cycling one, I know very well, because I saw the cycling dome several times before the event itself. And they built world-class domes. They built facilities that was good enough for their cyclists to perform at the very highest level. And that's why they almost had a clean sweep of the cycling event. The swimming.
Who built the government?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, the facilities were there, and then the cycling people, the whatever, had something to now work with. Like, let's say, if I'm bringing the handball team together, for instance, and I want to keep them for 2 weeks, I have a good facility to put them.
Yes.
you know, and then if I'm bringing coaches or whatever, at least I have a good place to put them. That's the first thing. And all this talk about federation saying, we're going to the next Olympic, we are going to win 10 goals, 20. Sorry, Femi people, we're going there, we're winning 10 goals. The first thing is, your wrestlers, we used to win medals in boxing back then.
Back in the day, yeah.
I used to go to the National Stadium to watch boxers train.
Yes.
The gym was not world class, but at least it was good enough. It was not just Paco.
What's Paco?
No,
You know what Paco is. It wasn't just plywood.
No, it's plywood.
No, it's planks.
You know?
You say planks.
Okay, it wasn't just plywood. When you said planks, I'm thinking 2 by 2.
Exactly.
2 by 2.
It's just planks.
But guys, they had, at least they had proper ring that had cushion and all of that. You see, you can see the punching bags. No, you know, and at least I used to go there. I used to go and watch Jerry Okorodudu and Jola Sisi train. I used to go and watch, you know, as a youngster, I would just go there and I'm watching this guy because there is a few people who knew me that time knew that I loved boxing. I wanted to try my hand at the team that time, but and I see the way they beat people, you know. But so the facilities, we're just deceiving ourselves if we keep thinking that we'll put money, any amount of money at all, in our sports. The people that are going to continue to, you know, let me ask you guys this. Who was our best hope for a medal at the Olympics?
Track and field.
Who was our best?
Toby.
It was Toby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toby.
And that was because she had a very beautiful season. She broke her own record 2 times or so, thereabout during the season. You know?
Yeah.
But you know, it's because of what she was doing abroad, not what she was doing at home. Do you remember, guys, and I'm going to give a company a little prop now. Do you remember Mobile Track and Field?
Oh, yes.
I used to run from secondary school to go and watch Mobile Track and Field. It was like our own, it was bigger than the National Sports Festival was big back then. But the Mobile Track and Field was the biggest track event in Nigeria, track and field event in Nigeria back then. Mm-hmm. National Stadium Surulere was bubbling. Now, that was the benefit of having a national stadium that could host such an event.
Well, we have the Yabatech Sports Center. Yeah, arguably the best track and field place in Nigeria.
How is it arguably?
When you are doing athletics, where do you
it's because the ones you saw
is happening in Lagos. To our viewers, I apologize on his behalf.
That what?
That we're talking about that national stadium and they brought Yabatech.
Yabatech, then they do athletics events now. Where did they do athletics events for Nigeria?
But really, guys, we need to start. If the National Sports Commission is serious about moving, because that's what Olopade and what's his name, Shehu Diko have been saying now. They want to re-strategize and reposition our sports and all of that. If truly they want to do that, that's Abuja National Stadium. We need to put it into good use. The facilities are beginning to look whatever, but then to find a way, get private bodies, fund the renovation.
But private bodies funded.
See, not the pitch, not the main bowl. I'm talking about the entire stadium. You know, we have a cycling dome in that place.
That's
we have a proper handball, outball, whatever. We have standard venues for different events. We need to start putting them to use. We shouldn't be hosting handball in any of the indoor sports hall of the stadiums in Lagos. Any one of them. We shouldn't be hosting. The only thing that is allowed to be hosted in Lagos is that table tennis. And that's because, for some reason,
Lagos can host anything.
They can
host anything.
They go for show.
Lagos can actually host anything.
Which facility?
We need to see. I didn't see that Joseph Faulkner has talked
about. You have facilities in Surulere.
Don't do this. Don't let him drag you. He said he will not talk about Olympics.
I told you I did not want to talk.
Now he's taking us to NSC.
We failed at this Olympics. We agree.
Simple.
So let's not be part of people that will just say the problem. What's the solution?
We are not talking solutions now. We are doing year in review. When we want to enter 2025 properly, we will talk solutions.
Okay. It's okay.
Exactly.
I give
up. This is what you should have said at the beginning. You did not give up at the beginning. You collected this part from my hand.
I have to.
Now we can't even talk about the other. We'll push it again.
Go back to your Ajegule. I'm going to say your Ajegule.
The one that is beside me thinking.
Yes, go to Ajegule.
It's okay.
Yes.
Are we good now?
I rest my case.
Are we good now?
Thank you for resting this case. That's the year in review. 2024 Olympics.
Watch out for part 3.
It was bad.
Watch out for part 3.
Not part 3. No, you know what?
No, but there's a cherry news from 2025. At least Paralympics. We got something.
We'll do that next week.
Exactly.
Next week.
Yeah, so watch out for part 3.
Good side.
Watch out for part 3. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Sports Hub. Last leg right here on NigezieXtreme. Still have Joseph Faulkner, Femi Faraway, and myself. And we're going to look at the weekend, what to expect. But before the weekend, there's a little matter in Manchester. Pep Guardiola and Man City. I'm going to ask the guys. Let me start with Faulkner. Faulkner, it looks like we felt Guardiola would have, could have solved the situation by now or even stopped this trend. At about 10, 11 games now, I think it's just one win.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. Another manager wouldn't have been that lucky. But this is Pep. We probably know that City won't sack him. Except he tells himself, maybe it's no longer working. Let me bow out. Do you think it's the best time for him to bow out?
I want to try and think like Pep. Over the years, what do we know of him? He's a very, very confident coach.
Yeah.
He's so sure in his whatever. Sometimes he's borderline arrogant, but he has a big ego. That's something you'll know. If you look at the way he's handled a lot of players who have not liked him over time, you know they sent. You say whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even when reporters ask him, he just finds one vague answer and give you and working. So we know he's got a big ego and all of that. He probably won't want to be remembered. He won't want his last season at City to be remembered this way. So he probably will be stubborn and say, you know what? Let me give you one more year. Let me give you one more go. And that's not saying he still can't turn this thing around and still finish in the top 3 this season.
At least.
At least. But, and I don't think they're out of the title race yet. Because it's still December and it's max 12 points between himself and that's me thinking, okay, Liverpool wins the game in hand. Over them, over everybody else. But I don't think it's time for him to go. He already has a new contract anyway. He already has a 2-year contract signed. But I don't think he will go. I just think the City side, they are suffering from a hangover of all the successes they've had over the years. And he's Pep. So a lot of people are happy that he's going through this. He's never been like this before in his career. And then again, the question is, could it be that he's no longer very motivated? And that Pep that we used to see in dressing rooms, attacking his players and, giving them the hairdryer treatment and all. Yeah. Maybe that Pep is gone. And so players are taking it easy. Or maybe he made a lot of mistakes in letting the likes of Alvarez go, Riyad Mahrez leave, keeping the likes of De Bruyne, who looks to be taking it easy. Somebody, it's tough when you watch a game of football, watching Manchester City, and people are saying, De Bruyne is finished. It feels strange.
I feel that City are under a lot of pressure. And like you mentioned, on picking up on the De Bruyne situation, you stick to who you trust. And he's trusted De Bruyne for a long period, despite all the injuries he suffered.
He's delivered.
Yeah. He's delivered. Now, he may not deliver now because, one, the team, like we said, fatigue, tired, injuries. And those are not excuses. But can Pep fix it in January? I don't think so. He cannot buy up to 5 players in January. And that's the major problem. Those players he let go, Cole Palmer, to mention a few, are players that could have brought in young blood, fresh energy, turn things around.
They won the league last year without Cole Palmer.
Yes.
Yeah,
they did. But this year, all of a sudden, it just seems as if City cannot even beat, like you said, 1 win in 11. It was as Man United made it 11. 1 win, and that win was only Nottingham Forest. No one else has come close. This is their bonus season. They're doing Santa Claus, sharing points around. I don't think Pep will turn it around immediately. I think that this season, in my opinion, maybe I'm being a bit too early, it's gone. That Pep should just agree that all I need to do is finish in the Champions League.
So you think he's going to stay?
He has to because of his contract. Right?
No, he doesn't have to. If it's just a contract, he doesn't have to.
I think that City will not want to go because there's no one else. There's no one else that
there's Ten Hag. There's
Solskjaer. I'm not saying anything again until you get to prediction.
I'm done.
What do you mean there's no one else?
I'm not saying anything again.
There are coaches and there are coaches.
How would you go from a Champions League winner
to a KMVP Becker winner or something?
So
the Dodger division.
I don't like when I hear people say, so who is there? Who is out there?
Exactly.
If Liverpool thought so,
how did they find that in slot?
Slots won't be doing what he's doing now. If Chelsea thought so,
Maresca
won't be doing what he's doing right now.
Liverpool were lucky because one, Slot wasn't their first choice.
Maybe it's a time for City to go for Arteta, maybe.
So if Slot was not their first choice,
Guardiola bows out.
If Slot was not their first choice, that means they had options. That means there are coaches out there.
They were coaches. They wanted Alonso. Alonso did not. What I'm saying is
that means there are coaches out there.
How do you go from one of the greatest coaches to
Femi, if Pep
conclude,
Pep is leaving, you just know that you are restarting.
Exactly.
I City ready to restart because when they look at what Arsenal have done in restarting.
But Pep is not going to be there forever.
One day he's going to leave.
Arsene Wenger was keeping Arsenal in the top 4 conversation every year. At some point top 2. Then eventually he started reducing top 3. He reduced to top 4, top 6. You know, he said top 4. Arsene Wenger himself said top 4 was a trophy at some point. You know, if you don't nip the whatever in the bud, the rot in the bud, it's going to be a problem. Because what's the assurance that
they're losing the coaches that would naturally have stepped in? Arteta moved on to Arsenal.
It doesn't matter.
Maresca moved on.
Would you have said when Arsene Wenger left? Would you have said that it's Arteta that would now come and bring Arsenal back to a place where they're now competing?
Amorim was taking off Sporting Lisbon.
No, you can't talk about Amorim yet.
I'm saying I'm saying that City can, if Guardiola bows out, for instance, City can actually go for a manager. They can go for an Arteta. It's all about
It's all about agreement.
Exactly. Arteta will leave Arsenal to go to City.
Hello.
So listen. It does not. Arteta right now would not leave Arsenal. And same with City. No, he won't.
No,
you see, you're just speaking. Why did Xabi Alonso join?
Well, we don't have time for.
No, why did Xabi Alonso join? Why did Xabi Alonso join?
Maybe I stand to be corrected. I think the only place Arteta will probably leave to if he's going to leave Arsenal is abroad. If he's going to leave Arsenal,
so he can go to City, but now there's a lot of problem on City's head.
No, now
see, Arteta will not even leave Arsenal.
You think Arsenal fans will not come and start abusing him?
Let's leave all of the shenanigans. Let's look at the football itself. Except Arsenal sacks Arteta right now, he's not going to leave Arsenal.
No problem.
Except at Arsenal sacks him, just the same way Pep. Except City. So I think he's going to stay. Because he was going to want to prove a point and win one more title or something more.
You think City?
I don't think they will fire him because right now nobody is available to take that job.
Let's pause it for now. We'll continue this conversation. Let's quickly touch on our predictions.
It's that time of the show. When the superstar comes out to show his predictions.
Quick one, Femi.
You know how that's in the chair. It's not that tell me. Stop telling me what to do in my prediction. Hold on, it's quick one. Don't tell Joseph Faulkner quick one. Don't tell me quick one. I'm not going to say anything. When it's time for me to predict, call me on board.
Okay, I'm calling you on board, Femi.
So calm down.
We got 3 games.
Good.
We'll take it as a stretch.
Okay.
So I'm calling you now from the MPF.
Don't say use quick one.
Rangers, Shooting Stars. You've got Barcelona, Atletico Madrid in La Liga. And then you have the final game in England, Tottenham, Liverpool.
What I will tell you, wrote to me, is draw, win.
Draw.
Rangers draw because Ogumbote used to coach them before. Okay. So that one will be draw. Barcelona, the way they're just dashing points everywhere, is Atletico will end in draw.
Okay.
Liverpool to beat Spurs.
Away from home.
Yes. Take that to the bank.
Interesting.
No problem.
Rangers Shooting Stars, interesting game to look out for 2 of the informed teams in the league. Shooting Stars, they've been traveling very well. They've looked good. In recent weeks, but Rangers as well are gradually they're picking good points here and there. In the absence of their manager, a lot of people thought they would struggle, but at first it looked like that was what was going to happen. But that has changed right now. So I'm looking at a draw in that game, Rangers Shooting Stars. And it's not because Ogumbote knows them before. Yeah. No, it's just because of how good Ogumbote is making Shooting Stars look. They are more organized now, and that's one thing that they've lacked for a long time. They are not just conceding goals anyhow. And that's one good thing for Shooting Stars. Rangers will try to score, but their hit man is with the chanting, So I feel like what is left at Shooting Stars will be able to handle, Rangers. So I think it's going to end in a draw. Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, as good as they can be very, very inconsistent. But what they've started doing, all of a sudden, they are scoring lots of goals. They are scoring goals for fun. And that's why I'm thinking now that Atletico Madrid will score goals. Barcelona, without Lamine Yamal, they look they look sometimes.
Yeah.
It's as if they are one way. They go one way, and for whatever reasons, without Lamine, their attack is blunt in some ways, and that's why I think Atletico Madrid might just find a way to get a result.
Atletico to win.
Are you saying win or
to
draw?
get a draw in that one.
So now you want to talk since now you don't tease me.
Tottenham, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Tottenham, Liverpool. Tottenham to slow Liverpool down. So I think that one will end the draw as well.
3 draws.
3 draws for Faulkner. Well, Rangers, Shooting Stars, Rangers to win for me. Barcelona, Atletico Madrid to win away. Yeah, on Barcelona ground.
Bold.
And then Tottenham, Liverpool. I think Liverpool will get the 3 points. I think. Those are my predictions, okay? So, we got to go now, guys.
Reminder, after the 10th episode, we're going to put up our leader table.
No problem.
Even though Jojoro, I did not like Jojoro because he would not give me head starts.
After,
you don't let me know.
After
we
episode
are starting,
10. After episode 10, leader table.
Okay, guys.
That's about it. Merry Christmas once again, guys. Remember, share love, spread the love. It's a beautiful season to actually show love.
And remember,
Don't
this
do
is
that.
the Sports Hub.
Oh, Lord.
All sports.
Oh, Lord.
Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Catch you all next week.